Take a look at this cute little bird. Can you believe this all starts with a plastic spoon? It's really easy to do, and there are just a few different materials that you need. So start out with a styrofoam ball. Of course, you've got your plastic spoon. You'll also need some felt and some blue cardstock and tissue paper, some googly eyes. You'll also need chenille stem and some mesh that is decorative that we'll use for the wings. You'll also need some craft glue and some clear glue, and of course our normal supplies like a paintbrush, a plate to work off of, some scissors, and be sure to cover your work area because it does get a little bit messy. Now what you'll want to start out first is print out your pattern pieces and then cut them out. The feet and the beak will be made from felt and the comb will be made from paper. So I'm just going to cut around the edges of my pattern. When you print your pattern out on some heavier duty cardstock, you can really just even use it right on top of your felt without tracing around, because this project doesn't have to be totally perfect. But I do like to use some sharp scissors for this, so you might want to get some help. So just trim all the way around your felt, and then you're just going to make 2 of these little bird legs and 2 of the beak pieces out of felt and the 1 comb out of paper. And that will be in the instructions that'll be on our website. So there we have our 2 little legs and all of our pieces that we need. Now to get started with the spoon, what we're going to do is cover it with tissue paper. And to do that, we'll put some clear glue onto a plate and then use our foam brush to spread some glue onto the spoon. Now here, you can just pick up a piece of tissue with the brush and press it into place on the spoon. And you want to be sure that you get all of the edges down. And you're going to cover the spoon, the bowl of the spoon, front and back, and then part of the handle too. So you would just continue gluing these edges down. Make sure you get your glue under and on top of the tissue paper, like that. So just keep going until you have a piece that looks like this. All right, so it's covered back and front. Now you'll also need to cover half of a styrofoam ball. And to do that, just take a plastic knife and saw it in half. So I'm just using a gentle sawing motion here, and then I'll break through the end and sand this off. I'm just going to do it right over the edge of my work table so I don't get this in all of my glue. This is going to make it nice and smooth here so that you can decoupage onto the front. All right, so then it's the same technique. You'll just use your brush and add some tissue add some glue to add your tissue onto the surface of the ball. All right, and then you'll just press it down and press it all over until your ball is covered all over the front and at least around the outer circle on the back. You can see I have one here that's drying right now. Now what you'll do is cut out your wings. And what you need is some decorative mesh. Now this piece is big enough that I can fold it in half and then I can fold it in half again. So that gives it a really nice fluffy double layer for the wings. So what we'll do here is cut kind of a soft curve out of the mesh. So I'm going to use my scissors and just cut like this. And this will also make the wings kind of fray out a little bit and look even more bird-like. Now, depending on what colors you pick, you could make a bluebird, you could make a cardinal, you could even get really funky with some purples and greens and make a peacock if you wanted to. And what you'll do is gather up the middle here to create the wing. See how it just kind of fluffs together like that? And then you can use your chenille stem to just twist around and twist it into place. And then I can pull these back into shape. You can see my double layers of wing here. And then I'm going to attach that to my spoon and twist this around. So if you turn your stems so that they go out to the side like that, then you can twist them on to your spoon and bring your ends around to the other side. Okay, and then you're going to trim those away. All right, and then you are ready to add your styrofoam ball. And this is going to be the bird's belly. So now we'll lay this onto our craft mat again because we don't want to get glue on our workspace. Pull out the wings a little bit and add some glue. Now this is going to be a thicker, you want to definitely use a thicker glue here to add the belly onto the spoon. We're just gonna slide it down like that. Might need to slide your chenille stem down a little bit too. You're gonna have to add a lot more glue to this one here so we can get it to stick. And I think if I position it just a little bit below there, that'll work even better. All right, so we'll let that dry. Now while it's drying though, you can still go ahead and add your legs. Add a little bit of glue. This is gonna go just right under the back edge of the belly of the bird. And then of course we'll keep adding our little pieces and it's really gonna start coming together. It would be fun to even make this a little chicken if you wanted to. So what you can do now is add some glue to the edge of the beak. Just make a line right along the felt and really press the felt onto the center of the spoon like that. Then we're gonna, this time I'll add a little bit of glue here for my eyes, just like that. And I can clean up that later because it's gonna dry clear. So add my eyeball right onto my glue, and then I'm gonna add my cone right at the top. So I'll just glue this right to the back. And then our little bird is all set to go.